Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
6 days a week, it's going to be used to award trophies 1 day a week. And Anvil is used to award victories here in Indianapolis. It's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. Spencer Schrader's going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. He fields it from the 8. Keeps away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this case. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
One.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run.
That's a run that will take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. If you were close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these linebackers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. Reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. We heard he's forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
After a quality effort on the last play, you just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Heads out on the bootleg. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Such a positive offensive when you go find just a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
No, man. Got me fucked up, nigga. Nah, nigga, ain't nobody coming in this house, nigga.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
I know.
On the return, here's Anthony Gould. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Nice effort here, they're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
I leave my shit out my table,
The Colts
bro.
getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Jones has had a tumultuous career, that's with a capital T, by the way, that continues to have some ups and downs. Maybe part of that's playing under the bright lights in the big city of New York, but he's had some tough outings, he's had some brilliant outings, he's had some ups, he's had some downs, but he did take his team to the playoffs, and he's got to use that experience to build off of that confidence to do it again.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 19 on that pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First and 10.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more points offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
On first down, Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind the next time the ball comes his way. He better be ready for some contact.
Right side is ruled in by Warren. And he'll take it past the midfield strike and start to push into Cowboys territory.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends and fan favorite. It's those types of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Nah, bro, ain't nobody come over here today. But nigga, my bench all of a sudden too much this.
And they're going to be set up just
You know what I'm saying? And my shit was on my table. And my shit ain't on the table. Now, I ain't saying you got it, but I ain't saying nobody got it, but at the same time, I'm not going to misplace my shit.
Pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays,
you know what I'm saying? So,
lead to points.
I ain't having nobody else there, because that's fucked up
Keep
shit.
this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Nah.
Play action now with Jones. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
There were no defensive meetings this week. That's exactly how you drive it. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. From the shotgun, it's Jones. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play. Forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult third down now staring you in the face.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Going with a screen to Taylor. Moving on into the red zone. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
36-yard attempt.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Prescott on 1st and 10. This fine Schoonmaker complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, here's Dak. Catches made down the right sideline. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds him over the middle. Running in the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys get 6 more on their early advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11.
14, Colts 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Ashton Doolin now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Pistol now for Jones. Oh, he put everything he had into that. That's complete inside the 35. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
That's a gain of 55. And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. If you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
A 14-yard gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They're going Taylor. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts lower the deficit to a single possession. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts cut the lead down to 4.
14. Colts 10.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Brings in the kick at the 9. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Dak now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. Third down. Prescott here from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Cowboys punting it away here on fourth, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First down now, ball at the 33. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Snared by the running back here. It's DJ Giddens. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here's Jones to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They go play fake with Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
3rd down, Jones to throw. He's going for it himself. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Cowboys out in front. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Oh, he's going for it again. Now he's past the 25. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner to the 48. And they gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Draw play. This is Williams. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He dodged the tackle. And you're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. First down now, ball at the 33. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They go again with Taylor. Looks through and breaks away. He's still going at the 30. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a second-quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Looking to tack on the point after. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Colts push their lead to 3.
Cowboys 17.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw. Screen here for Williams. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
A handoff for Williams, running left. Nice vision to see some room up the middle there. Leading net to 9.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Dak off the play fake. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this 3rd down call. Prescott to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. From the gun is Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, put some air under this one, right side. Challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Now, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. Crashes through a tackle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. Escapes the defender. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, and now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. He's going to be stopped, but not before doing some damage. He's down to the 12. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Colts holding the lead here at Lucas Oil. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Jones now on third down. Drops back. Needs an open man.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. It's only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cowboys about set to take over. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's second and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Brought in inside the 20. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Calling this guy a home run hitter isn't exclusive to his abilities on the ground, Brock. We both know all those traits make him a threat to take the lid off a defense as a receiver like he just did too.
No question, and he can do that on short and longer routes. All he needs is just a little bit of space, whether it's near the line on a short little dump-off or up the seam unopposed in space. Give him that inch, and he'll take it a mile.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Colts bump the lead up to 13 points.
Cowboys 17.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, trying to trim that lead. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. To the left and wheeled in by Ferguson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Dak to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 42. Here's Prescott. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. even a minimal gain to stay on pace. But instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Dak throwing again. Complete out to the right side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
A 67-yard attempt.
A great effort not rewarded. That punches the crossbar and bounces backward. And that'll keep the deficit at 13.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
One last play before the break. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Here's Gould on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one nabbed by Warren. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Taylor now up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Jones. Hauled in by Downs. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. Taylor. On the move, past the 40. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
They give to Taylor, right side. Makes the tackle. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Shane Steichen sticking with his offense. They're trying for 2 more.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point
Toss to the man. He's headed left. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Makes the score Colts 38, Cowboys 17.
Well, you could see the defense selling out to flood the middle of the field, so they just toss it to space. Get on the outside. You got to win the edge on a short field for this to work out. That's well executed.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Turpin with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They're down 21 now after that last score, and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Prescott on 1st and 10. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 38-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Dak now from the gun. He's making a bid for it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Looking inside the red zone. Screen here for Williams. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun is Prescott. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Williams reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 24.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Doolin. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Check it down to Taylor. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Third down, Jones to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. This plays a design run. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead with Williams. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Air it out on 3rd. He finds Pickens left side. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. They'll run the toss for Williams. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Third and long for him here. It's Ferguson. He brings it in. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
First down. A 28-yard gain. And a Cowboy first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Up the gut they go with Williams. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 33.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. It's a gain of 3 on the final play of quarter 3. Just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Now Dak to throw. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away, and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
3rd and goal, Prescott. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. His 3rd total score this game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground. Taylor. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the shotgun, it's Jones. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Jones. That's on target to Pierce. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
and those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. He is down to the 30-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And it's another 1st down on his drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
This is Giddens. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Colts go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Now the PAT try coming up. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
Cowboys 31.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. And he has it down inside the red zone before going out. Wow, a little inside the 20.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And, Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation. but the state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Now he takes it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Throws caught. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Doolin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Hits him on the in route. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Taylor. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down, and they go right back to it. Keeps himself upright. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, Taylor. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Colts, 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
And he makes the play in full extension. That's a touchdown. The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
Colts 52, Cowboys 38.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Has this at the 6. Shoves one away. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Prescott. Setting up the screen. Shoots away from one. And he's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Dak out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. Gets some space around midfield. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this one does not go far.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Dak throwing again. Lamb makes the ground. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Cowboys losing by 14. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Another throw for Prescott. That's caught by Williams. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Prescott again. This one's caught. They get this down to the 7-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Looking inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job at breaking that pass up with contact.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
You knew it before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for him. The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
All right, one more snap to play here. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.